If I don't know some petty dues. Since I was 10, I love petty men like, ooh, hesitating yesterday. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, God, is it broken cooks and nights long, burning in love. Mm-hmm. Still loving, nothing but you, nothing but hello, love. How are you? I'm just trying to give it a couple minutes for some people to come into the room before I get started so I don't have to repeat myself. So I'm just vibing right now. How was your day? I'm doing good. I can't complain. I asked Spirit to keep me booked and busy, and indeed I have been. So that is a blessing. How are you feeling with this new moon energy coming? I mean, full moon energy coming around, and the retrograde at the end of the month. I gotta talk about that, but I'm gonna make a separate video about that. Hey, Brittany Boo. All right, y'all. Y'all know 3 is the green light for me, so I'm just waiting on one more, and then I'm going to get started. How you doing, Britt? How was your day? How you feeling with this full moon energy? Hello, hello. All right, I'm ready to go. Y'all know 3 is the green light for me. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Shawnee Show. Happy Wednesday, happy Mercury Day, happy almost full moon, you guys. I hope that you all are feeling well. Child, this is my time too. You know, I have Stelly included. Gary, yes, I remember because I'm a Leo moon too. I hope you all are feeling well. A lot of the astrology is the same from last week, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the astrology of the week. I'm going to run through it really quick, and then I'm going to do pick a number readings, and then I'm going to do a collective full moon reading for you guys. Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. So, our full moon in Leo is tomorrow. This moon is bringing up the balance between being an individual and letting your talent shine, letting your individuality shine, and being a part of the team, you know, and kind of dimming yourself down to be able to blend in a way that works for you. So you're going to be noticing that kind of power struggle come through. This moon is also bringing with it romance and fertilization. So you'll notice a lot of people have probably pregnancy announcements, or you're just feeling a little bit more sexual, a little bit more frisky, a little bit more romantic. You want a little more attention, a little more love, a little more spotlight, okay? Um, this energy is also going to be bringing a lot more freedom in relationships. So you'll notice that you just want a lot more adventure. Um, you want to break up a little bit of the structure and the monotony a lot more. So, yeah, that's pretty much what this moon is bringing in. Also, because the because Leo is ruled by the sun, and this is a full moon in Leo, a lot of emotional reflections as well are coming up. So it's kind of like, what emotional things have I been hiding from because they kind of bruise my ego? Those things will be coming up as well. We have Mercury going into retrograde on the 30th. I'm not going to talk too much about that because I'm going to make a separate video about Mercury retrograde, but you already know miscommunications, issues with technology, car accidents. Um, all those things tend to happen during Mercury retrograde, so just make sure that you slow down, take a moment before you just go off and pop off. Try to understand that this is a season of miscommunication, so some things are going to get lost in translation. Try to be a little bit more patient. Also, if you are someone who does any type of spiritual work or conjuring, make sure you stay prayed up and protected, okay? Also, make sure you're doing cleansings regularly. If you can avoid it, don't sign any contracts, don't make any commitments, okay? Um, the sun in Aquarius is opposing the moon in Leo, again bringing balance between personal and impersonal and expression, uh, individual expression and group association. This moon is going to bring a little bit of drama as we are forced to face the equalization of optimism and order, as well as intellect and creativity, um, and conformity, for the greater good and expansion for our own right. We all have to find a happy medium in that. And the fact that all these planets are aligning in Aquarius is just pushing that agenda further and further. So, with the moon being full in Leo, it's creating a square, okay? And those energies are not necessarily getting along. Um, Specifically, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, and Scorpio, as well as Leo people, are going to be affected by this moon the most, okay? Um, what else? I feel like that's all I wanted to say about this full moon. Um, we are having our new moon on February the 11th. And so I probably will chill on the moon until then. Next week, Monday, I'm going back to Moonlit Mondays. The only reason why I didn't do it this week is because I just didn't know what I wanted to talk about. Spirit told me at first talk about the sun, and then I was like, no, everybody talks about the sun. Y'all know what your sun signs are. You know what they mean. But I was just being a Capricorn trying to go in order. So then I was like, well, no, talk about the moon. And then I'm like, I always talk about the moon. I don't want to talk about the moon. So I did a poll. Everybody said Venus. So I'm going to be talking about Venus, what your Venus placement means for you, the favorable houses for Venus, and etc. So that's what we're talking about next week. And it goes hand in hand because me and Ayana B. Fly are doing an event called Love, Suffering, and Seduction, the Venus Effect, where we'll be talking about your astrological placements in your chakras and how they affect you in your relationships, as well as doing divination, okay? Flipping tarot cards and oracle cards and laughing and kikiing. So click the link in my bio to get your tickets to that, and Monday will be right in alignment with that. I didn't even realize that until just right now, but yep, now here we are. Also, you guys can get your tickets to Medical Magi. That's not until the 11th of February, but you can click the link in my bio to get the tickets to that as well. It's a class on astrology and medicine if you're someone who wants to take a deeper dive into astrology and you're wondering how you can facilitate your own healing through traditional Chinese medicine and astrology. This is for you, okay? Moving right along. So, the sun is still in Aquarius. It's not going to be moving to Pisces until February 18th, okay? We all know that the sun in Aquarius at this point is making us inspired, inventive. We're thinking outside the box. We're a little more creative. We're a little more detached, and we're ready to move. Everybody's ready to move. Even though things aren't necessarily moving, we all ready to move, okay? Mentally more than anything else, and things are just shifting mentally. It's like all these thoughts and ideas coming, okay? The sun in Aquarius also illuminates the need for authentic expression. We've been in a season where we have been basically forced and inundated with societal opinions of left and right, up and down, good and evil, blah, blah, blah. And it's time out for all that with sun in Aquarius. It's like, okay, look, things just are what they are, and we're going to float with what we feel like, okay? Period. Mercury is in Aquarius. This gives voice to that energy. It's going to bring new ideas to the forefront in terms of communication. This is a great time to go to the drawing board and write new ideas down in terms of your business. Um, Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, shaking up societal foundation and structure, providing new opportunities for expansion and material gain. Okay, so all these things are going to be aligning. By the time we get to the end of February, there will be about 7 planets of the 9 in our solar system in Aquarius. Okay, so just buckle up and get used to this Aquarian energy, because it's not going anywhere, and you might as well use it to your advantage if you can. And if you can't, just get ready, get mentally ready to hunker down, okay, so that you don't get too erratic and start going crazy with all this change and invention and just shifting. Some people can't handle a lot of shifting at once, and that's exactly what's about to happen, okay? So get ready for it. Okay, so Sun in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, Saturn and Jupiter are in Aquarius, okay? Um, Venus is still in Capricorn. I've told you guys this is a great time to build new business partnerships. This is a great time to review finances and relationships and how they affect you, as well as work-life balance. Wednesday and Thursday, Venus is going to be in it's going to be parallel with Pluto, and that's going to bring it today and tomorrow. Actually, it's going to bring enhanced desires and demands in relationships as our feelings intensify and motivation persists. This is going to align with that energy of the full moon. Like I just told y'all, this moon is bringing us romance, fertilization, and freedom, especially in relationships. I'm going to go back and recap what I said about the full moon, since we got a couple people in here more, and a couple more people in here, and then I'll do pick a number readings. Okay, so this moon is going to bring a little bit of drama. It's going to bring to the forefront the battle between wanting to be authentically yourself and let your talents shine on their own, and also wanting to collaborate and become part of an association or a group that is bigger than you, that may even aid in your growth. Okay, also, this is going to bring the equalization of optimism and order, intellect and creativity, conformity and expansion. Okay, so a lot of opposites kind of coming through. It can be overwhelming for some of us. If you are a Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, this energy may be a little bit harsh for you. And of course, if you're a Leo, especially a Leo moon like me. Okay, so that's that on that with astrology, you guys. Tonight, our numbers are 11, 12, and 13. So you can drop number 11, 12, or 13 down in the comments, and I will pick the messages, and then we'll reveal the messages, and then we'll get into our full moon spread, okay? Make sure y'all share the live, comment, engage. It helps me be seen, which helps my business. 13. Okay, so we can start with 13. What deck did I write down? I had to start writing down the decks, y'all. Okay, Starseed, Soul Trees, Black Lilith, and 2 Tarot. So do I want to use, I think I want to just stick with my Afro Goddess. Okay, so here's the Soul Trees. Here's a Black Lilith. John Dara, you have to pick 11, 12, or 13. You have to pick 11, 12, or 13, you guys. If you don't pick 11, 12, or 13, you just not going to get no message. Because I'm doing them by number. I'm not doing them individually. Okay? just for the sake of time, you guys. That's all. Okay, star seeds. Y'all, I feel like I'm going crazy. Like I have so many thoughts running through my head at one time. I just be like, okay, what am I doing? And then I can't ever sleep during full moon time. I don't know why. I just be up. Like I was up until probably like 3 o'clock last night. This morning, I should say. Okay, we'll start with 11, which is everybody gets two or three tarot cards, and then you have your designated oral decks. Hey, Miss Treese, if you want to get in on the readings, drop number 11, 12, or 13 down in the comments. Right now, I'm doing 11, so we are just getting started. So if you chose number 11, the message that I'm getting for you is that you maybe as of late you feel like you had to give up love or maybe take time away from your relationship or connecting with people in general to focus more on your business. And you did need to do that. You did need to take that step back from desire, from pleasure, from just connecting for the sake of connecting, and kind of move forward and get yourself into a position where you already feel like you're in a place of advantage and you can expand and grow from that on your own. And now you've kind of done that and you need to open yourself back up to love. We have the Harath card, longing for home, homesick for the stars. You got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So I'm going to read the you got the love card to you guys because I feel like that's the main message that I'm pulling through. But yeah, you guys had to reestablish balance between love and money, or love and career. And you've done the work and the growth that you needed to come through, and now you can be open again to love. You just need to make sure that you don't become codependent in the love um, sustaining and fulfilling you, because you're already fulfilled within yourself. Does that make sense, you guys? If you chose number 11, let me know in the comments, y'all. Because I just be talking and I don't be knowing sometimes if y'all get what I'm saying. Okay, so the Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure divine unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others. To remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deeper into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Excuse me. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it. You're always unsure where you stand. This card is a sign to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? That's deep, y'all. That's deep. I just told y'all that you put love on the back burner because you felt like you couldn't be in love without giving too much of yourself. And now this card just told y'all to review that, and not only that, but to remember that self-love is the best love. Okay? So that's for my 11 babies. Y'all know 11 is my favorite. Okay. So let's do 12. So 12 is soul trees. Okay? So let's see. Brittany said, child, this is definitely for me. Okay, so for my 12 babies, you guys are about to be gifted with an opportunity for growth. Your main thing is to stay focused, though, in this opportunity, okay? You've been focused. You got to stay focused and be ready to take action. Hey, Audie. This is my jam, too, Danny Marie. You got to remain focused and be ready to take action. And also, you need to be ready to learn, okay? Because you're always in a position where you're trying to help somebody, trying to fix someone else's burdens, trying to take on their burdens, or neglecting your own burdens. And you need to understand that these burdens that you have carried around, this baggage that you carried around, is no longer yours to carry. You already reaped the karmic whatever that you were going to get from that, and now it's time for you to let go of that. um the numbers were 11, 12, and 13, Adi, and I'm doing the reading for 12 right now. So if you want to put one of those in the comments, I'll tell you what the message was for 11, but you can listen to 12 or do 13. um so you've already done that karmic work to reap the lesson or whatever, and you keep going back to that, and it's getting in the way of your rebirth. It's getting in the way of your growth, and you're not even seeing it. In order for you to get around that block, you need to let go of those burdens, okay? This card is about heavy burdens, and sometimes those things are not even yours to carry. Hey, Magic. So you got to be able to let go of those burdens. From there, you'll be able to create, and not only create from a space of abundance that brings abundance right back to you, but create and then be able to teach somebody something for real, because you already trying to teach somebody something. Meanwhile, you act like you haven't even grasped the lesson that you're trying to teach. Stop it. Just stop it. I'll take 13 since you haven't done that one yet. Okay, Adi. Who picked 12 in here? Does that make sense? Do y'all need me to elaborate on that before I move on? Hey, boo. Okay, I don't see nothing in the comments, so I'm gonna keep going because I still gotta do this collective reading for y'all. I'm trying not to make this live too long. Tortilla Mama says yes. Okay. Wait, yes, you do need me to elaborate, or yes, that does make sense? It's spot on. Okay, cool. So y'all get what I'm saying then. There's this weird thing happening when I read, you guys. Like, this it didn't used to happen, but it's like now, like, my mind just goes completely blank. And I don't know what happens. It's like I'll be saying stuff, and like the cards will be coming out, and I'll be saying stuff. Like, I don't know, like, if everything that I said came together the way that I thought it in my head. And then I also sometimes don't even know what I just said. Like, it's really weird. It's really weird. I know that probably sounds crazy to y'all, but That's why I'm always asking y'all, like, did that make sense? Because I'm like, I don't know. 12 must be my number because that spoke to me. Yeah, must be, girl. Must be. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I be feeling crazy sometimes. So 13, spirit taking over. Yep. um, 13 is the Black Lilith deck, you guys. Damn, why do I have voodoo cards in here? Okay, let's start that over. Yeah, you're the vessel. Yeah, that's true. Okay, you guys. 13s, my 13 babies. So, you guys moved quickly out of a situation. You decided to move forward into this place of spiritual and physical rebirth, right? And you started taking quick action to move towards this. In the interim of that, you either missed out on your opportunity for love or somebody tried to get into your space and you weren't ready to commit yet. You weren't ready to settle into it because you were trying to move. You were trying to continue to go towards this rebirth. And now that you made the physical action and you did the spiritual work that you needed to do, now mentally you're like, okay, I'm young in this space because I'm at this rebirth. I've just come out. I'm not quite ready for this level of duality and acceptance and wholeness quite yet. Okay. So I think in doing that, you feel guilty because you feel like maybe you missed out on an opportunity, or you won't have another chance for that love to come around, or you won't have that same type of connection. But I'm gonna tell you, you need to let go of that guilt. You need to let go of that shame. You need to let go of that questioning of yourself. You knew you weren't ready during that time, and maybe if this wasn't a relationship, it could have been a job, it could have been an opportunity for yourself to be able to level up and accept yourself wholly. It may not have been a relationship, but I feel like it was a relationship. Um, but you're gonna have that opportunity again. Okay, so you just need to take a rest because not only are you gonna have it again, but it's right around the corner. Okay, and you're favored, protected, and covered. Okay, there's a genie in a bottle with your name on it, baby. Come on now. Like, y'all be up here stressing out, and I be telling y'all all the time, like, don't stress. You can't pray and worry. Don't stress. You can't pray and worry. And y'all be like, but this is happening. But this is happening. But that's happening. You know what? The longer that you focus on the woulda, coulda, shoulda beens, the longer that you focus on the problem, okay, that's the further away you get from clarity, the further away you get from solutions, okay? When you start to surrender to spirit and say, Spirit, I need this. Can you give me guidance and clarity on this? You know what I'm saying? Like, spirit will come in, and you may not be able to hear spirit because some of y'all not on that level, but you'll get certain feelings. You'll get a rise in action, a call to action. Girl, girl, I don't know why he had you question your decision, cause we knew. We knew, Adi. But you know, like, you guys have to understand that you got to be your own solutions builder, okay? And guilt, shame, and division of yourself, whether it be your shadow, ego, higher, lower, masculine, feminine aspects, the guilt, the shame, and the division of yourself will keep you trapped in everything. You're not going to have a successful relationship. You will not be able to be successful in a job. You will not be able to expand and grow your business. You will not be able to have successful friendships because you are trapped in that cycle, and you're pitting and projecting your insecurities and your frustrations onto everyone else, onto the world. And spirit does not know the difference between what you actually want to manifest in the front of your conscious mind and what you feel like you don't want in the back of your mind. So those little things that you think you're hiding by avoiding, they will come for you. Okay, they will come for you in situation after situation after situation. So you might as well just surrender. Okay, just surrender and just listen, because you are always connected to source as a human. Now, you may call it God, you may call it Great Mother, you may call it universe. I really don't care. I don't care if you put it in the name of Jesus, okay? That's your business. The point is, you cannot pray and worry, my babies. And on top of that, you can't let the past keep you trapped in your present situation. Okay? Just because you think you missed out on that relationship or that job or that opportunity to level up or that friendship or that collaboration or whatever, that doesn't mean that there isn't another one right around the corner for you. So instead of you focusing on that thing that's already gone, focus on what's in front of you. Okay? Period. I don't know why I just fussed at y'all. I don't know. But there it is. All right, I'm about to do this full moon reading. Thank you, Hottie. Oh my goodness, y'all be cracking myself up. I don't know where this be coming from. Every time I get on here now, I end up fussing at y'all like, oh, Jesus. I don't know why, like, I really don't know where it be coming from. I guess I be channeling my grandmother, like, my great grandmother. Like, she'd be like, okay, baby, get the babies together, because, come on, sister, call them to the room. I said, I'm glad you're my friend. Otherwise, I would feel like I just got a whooping. Girl, I be feeling like I'm coming on here with a belt and whooping y'all. Like, low key, I don't know where this energy be coming from. It just be coming. Spirit be getting y'all together. That's a fact. Okay. You guys, how are we all feeling with this full moon energy? I'm very curious. Because me, I can't sleep. I've been extremely needy. My appetite has been funny. But that's usually what happens to me on full moons. And I don't know, this is a Leo moon and I'm a Leo moon. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna just roll with it. But how y'all feeling? Because my other friend said she was feeling emotional. I haven't been emotional. Needed it. I have been tired and anxious for some reason. Yeah. It's hard to sleep. I don't know why it's hard to sleep during full moons. I haven't put that together with anything yet. I don't know what causes it. But when I figure it out, I'll let y'all know. While I'm pulling out the cards for this, I will tell y'all the questions. So we have, what relationship pattern is no longer serving you? What habit or belief about your reflection of yourself needs to be released? Where is your innovation and creativity required at this time? What part of yourself needs validation, celebration, and gratification? Where are you lacking courage and commitment? And then additional guidance from the moon. You guys, click the link in my bio. Get your tickets to Medical Magi. That's the astrology and medicine class that I'm doing with Chosen Eyes. We're going to be talking about traditional Chinese medicine and healing and physical health as it relates to the planets, the houses, and the aspects in astrology. Also on February the 7th, I am doing Love, Suffering, and Seduction with Ayana B. Fly. You can click the link in my bio to get tickets to that. We are going to be talking about the different astrological placements that can affect you in love and relationships, chakras that can affect you in love and relationships, and we're going to be doing divination, okay? That is probably going to be about a 3.5 hour Zoom event, and we're only charging you guys $33, okay? So make sure y'all get your tickets to that. The event is February 7th at 7 p.m. Hey, the Beauty Dispensary, thank you for joining. Oh, that's probably Dominique, y'all. She always be missing my live. She actually made it. She made it. Happy birthday. Hey, turn up. See, it is Dominique. I knew. See, I knew. I need to follow you when I get off of here on Instagram. So, what'd you do for your birthday? What'd you do? I kind of want to use my Modern Witches deck. That's probably why nothing was coming out of there. It's on the 7th. Oh, your birthday is on the 7th. And you came in when I was talking about the 7th. Well, if you want to join us, girl, for your birthday, come right on in the room. Y'all see how they start flying out when I switch decks? Spirit is so bossy sometimes. I feel like, okay, guys, like, calm down. Can we just do the thing that I came to do or not? I think I want to do a soul tree and a star seed. Can I touch you? Where have you been? I do not own the rights to this music. Speak to me. Speak to me. Will you tell me all the things? Hey, loving Dana. Oh. Y'all, I've been so busy planning all these collaborations and stuff. I haven't really been promoting products like that. But y'all already know, y'all need to get these Moon Glow products. I'm about to drop 2 new products, and I'm working on photos, which will be coming here shortly in the next couple of weeks. Y'all gonna be like, where'd she come from with all this stuff? Watch, I'm telling y'all. So just get ready for it. A lot of things are happening, okay? Just stay tuned in with 11 Moons and support, okay? If you can't book me, I always tell y'all, Cash App me $1. You can click the link in my bio to see my Cash App as well. But it is Shaunie11LS. That's SHAUNIE11LS, okay? Now, let us get into this full moon reading. So, what relationship pattern is no longer serving you? For that, we have the High Priestess. I feel like this is telling me, stop thinking that you know everything, okay? Yes, you have to trust your intuition. Yes, you have to have a certain sense of discernment, but you also have to be willing to understand that this 2 up here, when you decide to become one with someone else, the other person becomes another part of that one, okay? So you have to take into consideration everything that they come with, just as they have to take into consideration everything that you come with. You can't just expect things to be freaking peaches and cream. It's not, okay? Understand that just like you come with your own flaws and your own baggage, so do other people. And you can't just take what you like about someone, take the potential that you see in someone, and love them for that and hate them for not living up to that, okay? I feel like that's what she's giving me in this position. What y'all think? Y'all giving me hearts, so I'm going to take that as an agreement. Can we just take a moment for my skin? Divine Luxury Spa did a facial for me last week, y'all. And I ain't been having no filters, no makeup, no nothing since. And I'm just like, girl, you fine. No. What habit or belief about your reflection or yourself needs to be released? For that, we have the Six of Wands. So you need to understand that you don't need anyone else's validation or appreciation, okay? You can move forward on your own validation, on your own accord. You are victorious despite everything that you have been through, okay? Your experience does not define you. Your flaws do not define you. You are still courageous. You are still victorious. You're still whole. You're still healing, okay? That is that's not the reflection that needs to be released, but that's what you need to gain, okay? That's what you need to gain, because you're up here thinking that you're not good enough, thinking that no one appreciates you, you don't have the validation that you need, you don't have the resources that you need to be able to push through and move forward. So you got to switch that around, okay? Where is your innovation and creativity required at this time? For that, you have the Devil in reverse. That means that your innovation and creativity needs to be put into shifting your patterns. And it's so crazy that this card even comes up, because I was just talking about this earlier today, about how when you shift your patterns, you change your life. The Devil is all about self-sabotaging habits and patterns. It's about the balance between good and evil, okay? Between pleasure and responsibility, between creativity and intellect. And I just told y'all that that's what this moon is bringing, right? So when we flip this around and we apply this to the question, where is your innovation and creativity required at this time? Well, it's required in those areas. It's required in your ability to stop self-sabotaging. It's required in your ability to stop pitting one side of yourself against the other, to stop pitting one side of other people against the other. You need to put your innovation and creativity into developing new patterns for yourself. You cannot keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. It's not going to happen. You have to switch up your behavior to change your life, my babies. That's the only way to do it. There's not a magic switch that I can flip for you that's going to change your life. If you don't change your behavior, your life is not going to change. Okay? So put your innovation and creativity into changing your behavior, changing your action, shifting those patterns. What part of yourself needs validation, celebration, and gratification? The world. Here again, the energy of Saturn in the Devil and the World card, okay? So discipline, dominion, structure, will, bounty, beauty, grace, okay? That is what part of ourselves need gratification and celebration. We need to understand that we are students of these world. We have mastered a lot of different things already, even though we feel like we may have a long way to go. And as long as we maintain our dominion, it even says in the Bible that we have dominion, okay? We have physical dominion. So as long as we maintain that dominion, we're good. So your dominion, your discipline, your will, your order, your structure, your ability to create as a human, because you can bridge the gap between physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. As a human, we have those four directions: north, south, east, west, earth, fire, air, water. Okay? So as a human, you need to gratify and celebrate those abilities within yourself, because that is your key to the world. Am I making sense to y'all when I say that? Hello to everyone that is just joining. Where are you lacking courage and commitment? The Empress. You're afraid to birth the seeds that you've been planting. You're afraid to be receptive and let somebody come in and help you. You're afraid to be soft and vulnerable. You're afraid to embrace your femininity. You need to commit and be more courageous in those aspects, okay? Additional guidance. We have the King of Wands. Again, with the confidence, with the forward movement. Not so confident that you're stubborn and cocky, but confident enough to stand on your square in the face of conflict, chaos, and even defeat sometimes. Also, being confident enough to know that you may have to sacrifice some parts of yourself so that you can get what you want. And some people may call that selfishness. Some people may call that manipulation. It is what it is. We all have to do it at some point to get to the next level. Okay, so the quicker that you surrender to doing it and get out of your head about it, because Wands is about spirit, it's about action. It's not about this, it's not about this, okay? It's about spirit and action. So, King of Wands is about mastery of spirit and action from the masculine aspect, which again goes back to dominion, action, and order, okay? Period. Hey, Ducky. We have new path emerging. Honor yourself. Root chakra. This lets me know that there are opportunities coming for all of us, my babies. We just need to be rooted and grounded in our purpose, okay? I've told you guys that there's a lot of fire and air this year. Make sure you take your ass outside and do some grounding because you're going to need that earth energy to bring you back down to earth from all these thoughts and ideas that are flying by, okay? So here again, we have an affirmation of that. Honor yourself. I just told y'all you need to honor the wholeness of you, both sides, all aspects. Honor the wholeness of you, okay? The more that you try to pit one side of yourself against the other, the more struggle, strife, and heartbreak you're going to face. New path will emerge from embracing these ideas and doing those things, okay? And then we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. We're always going to be students of life, okay? Until we're dead, we're evolving. And if you're not evolving, you might as well be dead. So you need to figure out what you're doing and how can you evolve. Again, don't do the same thing over and over and over and expect your life to change. It's not. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. All this Aquarian energy is pushing our authenticity, pushing our individuality, bringing out our individual talents. And then with this Leo moon, I just told you guys that it's bringing a balance between letting that individuality and those shining lights within yourself be seen and learning how to incorporate that with certain associations that can work for you. So there you go. There's another affirmation of that. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. So I'm gonna read these two to you guys, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. But that was a powerful ass full moon reading, y'all. I really like that message. I really did. I so accept this message. Thank you, Gold Skin. Hey, Sunny. Okay. We'll start with Earth School because it comes first alphabetically. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while here on earth. How are you being called to learn or grow? And then you're not for everyone. Adi, I think this is the same card that you pulled the other day, huh? The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who will love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see who you really are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when you cross paths. How can you embrace your weirdness and not care so much about what other people think? This is great. I'm applying for a grad school and have been debating to go back and forth or not because I'm scared. Where here you go. This is your message that you need to do it. Here you go, my love. There's your message that you need to do it. So again, you guys, we're constantly learning and evolving. The only way that you're going to continue learning and evolving is by changing and shifting your behavior, okay? Changing and shifting your perception, okay? Because perspective can definitely determine reality. Um, and you're not for everyone. Your people are for you. It was a time when I used to be worried about getting on here saying the wrong thing to rub somebody the wrong way, or maybe they don't understand what I'm saying because they're not that into astrology or whatever. And now I just come out here and I say what I gotta say. I ask y'all if I have any damn questions, and that's it. Like, if y'all get it, y'all get it. If you don't, then you can click off, and that's just that on that. Like, and I make videos explaining the shit. So it's just like, sometimes your message or your work or your gift or whatever is not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. There's plenty of other readers and astrologers out here who y'all can go to who are for you, and I'm for y'all. So that's why y'all come here and sit with me every Wednesday, because I break things down in a way that makes sense to you all, and you trust me in my guidance. Okay, so it's the same for you and whatever it is that you do. Just gotta trust yourself first, because that's key. Trust yourself and trust spirit. Okay. That's it, y'all. Make sure you get your tickets to Love, Suffering, and Seduction. Again, it's February 7th at 7 p.m. The tickets are only $33. We're going to be including chakras, astrology, and divination in this event. So you do not want to miss out, because if we do this event again, I'm telling y'all, the price is going up. So you better get it while it's cheap, okay? Medical Magi is not for a few weeks, but you guys can get your tickets to that. The link is in my bio as well. As always, you can book your full moon readings with me. Full moon readings are only $22 outside of my quickie, which is just 1 or 2 questions. That's the cheapest reading that you're gonna get on my website. So y'all better book them while we're in full moon season, okay? That's it. That's it. Thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions about anything, always feel free to hit me with a DM. And y'all know I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see y'all Friday for our Venus report and love, sex, pain situation for the weekend. Until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.